if you get it from the correct place, vada pav is actually vegan. Pakoras, samosas, also vegan.
Folks, we are not concentrating on health here in this,
yes,
particular
I said
one.
that earlier. I'm just saying these. Hello, welcome back to Circee Health Pod. Now that the holiday season is wrapping up, but the wedding and, as they call it here in India, festive season continues. And coincidentally, it is also Veganuary, however you pronounce that.
Vegan.
Which started at some point.
In January, maybe 1st of January, I think.
Yes, so basically Veganuary is a pledge to be vegan the whole month of January.
After that, what happens?
Then you go back to eating KFC. I don't know. But this is, anyway, so we decided that, mostly me, decided that we should do a podcast talking about how to throw a secretly vegan party. So, you know, maybe you've pledged to be vegan this month, but you have to host a birthday party or a holiday party. And you're like, oh no, what am I going to do? I've decided I'm going to be plant-based this month. How the heck am I going to throw a party? No one's going to come to my vegan party. And true. Maybe you started feeling sad and lonely, but we're here for you. Make sure you're not sad and lonely.
You're inviting them over to our place for a party?
Well, you can come to our place for a vegan party. We have thrown many a vegan party.
Didn't tell.
I think, you know.
I don't want to jump the gun.
Yes. So yes, we'll start with that. So that's today. We're partying vegan style. And just to remind you, like we always do at the beginning of our podcasts, is that our goal is to educate you and to empower you so you can prevent and hopefully get rid of any chronic diseases or prevent the emergence of any diseases that run in your family from affecting you and your family as well. Permanently, of course. And I am Dr. Ajoy Prabhu. I am a board-certified internal medicine and pediatrician doctor. Internal medicine means that I specialize in adult specialized care like diabetes and heart disease and et cetera, et cetera. And pediatrics is, of course, specializing in tiny humans. Ajoy?
Tiny humans. I'm Ajoy Prabhu. I am a research pathologist, which basically means that I researched the causes of diseases and continue researching it. I think in the last podcast I said I researched. I meant I still continue looking for newer cures, newer causes, etc. Because
studies to quote.
No way. Studies quote no. So that's who I am. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. And as always, we would like to remind you that before embarking on your plant-based or fasting or pranayam journey, you can make sure you check with your doctor or any other advice that we or our guest speakers give on this podcast. Make sure that it gels with what your doctor has planned for you, especially in terms of medication and any underlying conditions. So just make sure it's safe, basically. All right. So
this time,
let's arrive at the party.
So this time, like last time you were asking me questions, this time I get to ask you questions, right?
Can hardly contain my excitement.
Okay. So, I know we've done this many times in actual practice. So let's just give some tips from that, and also just start at the beginning as to, you're thinking you want to be plant-based and try it. Either you already are vegan / plant-based, or you're thinking, let's just try it and see what happens, right? So either way.
Try it in Veganuary.
Yeah, it's a good time to try.
Veganuary.
Veganuary. So, where do you start?
So obviously, I guess this is not necessarily related to our health pod, but pick a date. But, well, it kind of is. It's always good to pick a date for any goal that you have. So even if your goal is as simple as throwing a party, you should pick a date because then you've committed to it and you can start planning and preparing for it. So pick a date for your party. And that would be number one. Number two is don't be afraid to throw a party when you've committed to keeping at least you and your family healthy, right? So, that being said, I would not advertise that, hey, I'm throwing a vegan party, because let's be real.
Nobody will appear.
Maybe one or two people will come, but who gets excited about a vegan party other than us? We'll come. Yeah. We'll be excited about your vegan party. And our dog probably would be excited about your vegan party, because he gets excited about anything. But other than
especially
us three,
if he gets to eat something.
Okay, anyway. Other than us three, we don't know that anyone else would come. So please don't advertise. Just say, hey, guys, I'm throwing a party. And hopefully the rest will fall into place.
And, speaking of, hey, guys, I'm throwing a party. Remember, let's say if it's an effort of 50 units to throw a party for 5 people, it's 51 units to throw a party for 8 people, honestly. So, the number of people, once you get to a certain point, does not increase the workload too much. So just keep that in mind. That's what I've heard. And it kind of is true, I think.
Yeah.
5 versus 6 versus 8. Yeah, come on.
So make sure there's enough for everyone is what you're saying, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So basically set a date and then let people know, but don't advertise that it's a plant-based or a vegan party or a healthy party, because I think people consider that an oxymoron, but we do not. We think it makes it even better.
Yeah. And they'll be pleasantly surprised. That's the idea.
Yeah, the idea is to surprise them at the end, which we'll talk about later on.
Do you remember our podcast guest who is a chef that's turned an activist? Jayalakshmi Rai. And she had said when she served up some stuff at a wedding, she did not announce that it was not meat. And then at the end, she announced that it was meat, and people came back to her to talk to her about it and so on. So
that's happened to us too, I think, which is hence why we're doing this. I think a lot of healthy, especially, and plant-based foods, a big stopping point for people is the mental part of it. Like, oh my God, what are you saying? Vegan, I don't know,
only
vegan
plants?
Quesadilla? How can you eat only plants? They have no flavor. It's just rabbit food, right? So hopefully we can lead people away from that and subtly influence them over time, and maybe they'll be more likely to become more plant-based themselves, if not 100%, which of course is not possible for everyone, but we hope someday will.
Yeah.
So that's that. All right.
So what else?
So I guess now that you've decided you're going to throw this amazing party, where do you begin in terms of what to serve and how to plan? So I divided this into 2 parts. One is kind of more of a quote unquote beginner menu. So this will have more than making things yourself. Mostly it'll be things that you can buy, things that you can order, or things that are easy substitutions. So it's not as menacing of an idea. Menacing? That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's what I'm using for now. Overwhelming. Yeah. Menacing sounds better.
Menacing.
Okay. So you don't get, I guess overwhelming is better. So it's not overwhelming to think, oh my God, how am I going to, my usual repertoire of party food, how am I going to substitute all that with healthier, more plant-based food? Now, I will say that because this is party food, not all of it is healthy per se, but it is being the fact that it is plant-based, it is healthier than its
better
non-plant-based alternatives.
And
healthier.
It's better to get them to first try these things so that they get the idea that, plant-based food is not...
It's tasty.
It's not tasty?
It is tasty.
I said it's not, and then you said tasty. So.
Yeah, it's more for even more than your friends and family's health. It's to hopefully be a good influence on them and, keep them more open to the idea.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess when we think of a party, we think of appetizers, main dishes, and desserts. So let's start out with appetizers.
Yeah. What kind? I know we have a plethora of appetizers that you.
Yes.
You can
In fact,
but...
everyone always complains that they get full on our appetizers and no one's hungry after that. But appetizers are at least my favorite part of a party.
No way, is it?
So remember, this is the easier of the two. So kind of a traditional party dish, at least in the US, and I think is becoming more so here in India, is a crudité or a vegetable platter. So basically just cut up, peeled vegetables like cucumbers, carrots, celery, radishes here, shimla mirchi or green pepper, nice, fresh, crispy vegetables, and then some kind of dip. My personal favorite is hummus.
Hummus.
And I will say in India, at least, you have to be careful about the hummus that you buy if you don't make it yourself. So unfortunately, several hummusi contain dahi. I don't know why. And there's some...
Dahi is yogurt.
Yeah, sorry, yogurt. And there's a Lebanese or Israeli person or Egyptian person rolling around in their grave thinking, why is there yogurt in my hummus? Anyway, just make sure the hummus that you get, either you make it yourself, which is my personal preference, or you buy it from a renowned place that actually makes authentic hummus, i.e. no yogurt. Because then if there's yogurt, it is no longer plant-based.
Don't you think if it's authentic, they would call it hummus rather than hummus? Anyway.
That is the epitome. Anyway. So in the whole dip mode, another inherently vegan or plant-based popular party dip is guacamole, which I think is also getting, that sounds Italian, which I think is getting more popular here in India and certainly is very popular back in our kitchen. In fact, Ajoy's guacamole is known throughout Maryland, I think.
Throughout our kitchen.
Guacamole is super healthy. No added oil, you really don't have to add too much to it to make it delicious, but you can also, again, if we're doing the beginner version, you can buy pre-made guacamole, but again, check the ingredients or check with whomever is supplying and make sure there's no added dairy. There should not be, but you never know. And you can serve that with nacho chips or pita chips, and there's an easy vegan appetizer that is just inherently vegan. You also these days can find more and more pre-made vegan dips. Yes, they will be a little more expensive, but if you're looking to really impress, there's some delicious pre-made vegan cheeses and vegan yogurt-based dips that you can get from usually cloud kitchens. And from one of our cloud kitchen, which is coming up soon, they will certainly be available for you. Stay tuned. So this is the chips, pita and or crudités and some kind of dip. Lots of selections for you there. Next, another very easy one that you can make yourself or you can also buy, but I would say just make it yourself because it's much cheaper, is sautéed mushrooms. This is something that, again, Ajoy makes. Lots of delicious mushroom options here in India, particularly oyster mushrooms, which is our favorite. They have a very meaty flavor, very healthy.
Yeah, especially for the meat eaters, that would be a good one to
very umami.
Serve up.
And also seems, I think, very sophisticated. Have some mushrooms and a little bit of white wine, and that's
Actually, the mushrooms have white wine. I mean, when I make it.
Yeah, but just serving a nice... Yeah. You can lay it out pretty on a platter and it looks nice and super easy to make. You make it in like 5 minutes, right? And then these may not be as healthy, but also very easy and again, inherently vegan are French fries or potato wedges. People, I think, forget that French fries and potato wedges are actually vegan. So especially maybe for the kids in your group, if you're having a party for kids, remember that French fries with tomato sauce or ketchup is actually a vegan appetizer. Not much to be changed there. Also, another one that has been around for hundreds of years is nuts, right? Salted nuts, roasted nuts. Fine. Many years, people have been eating nuts at a party. And that is, people forget, there's nothing added to those nuts, that they're just nuts. No nuts about it. And again, very, very healthy, lots of packed in vitamins, minerals, protein, fiber, all of our favorite things. We love nuts. And let's not forget our Indian appetizers that are inherently vegan as well. Again, people forget about this. If you get it from the correct place, vada pav is actually vegan. As long as it's not cheesy vada pav is vegan. Yeah. Pakoras, samosas, also vegan.
Folks, we are not concentrating on health here. In this particular
I said that earlier. I'm just saying these are easy. So yes, I had said earlier, this is not necessarily healthy, but it's just a way to say to later on to your guests, hey, did you realize everything you ate was vegan? And people will be shocked. Oh, and my personal favorite vegan appetizer that is found in India, pani puri. And actually relatively healthy compared to some of the other ones. The only fried part is the thin puri.
It's a puri, yeah.
But you can put healthy fillings. Some of our friends make amazing homemade pani puri, but of course you can buy pre-made pani puri and serve it at your party also. Or go to your friend's place. And then finally, pre-made mock meat nuggets or veg nuggets made with like potatoes and peas, that sort of thing. Again, frozen. You can just throw them in the oven or on the tava and you have an easy veg appetizer. But just, again, make sure you check the ingredients. So these are all a plethora of appetizers that are either inherently vegan or easily made into a vegan version for your beginner vegan party.
Yeah. One of the, I'm going to bring you back to a little healthier one, which is the Catalan spinach that I used to make. So it's very straightforward. You just take some fresh baby spinach, chop off the stems off, wash it, saute it a little bit with a little bit of wine, and add to it, very simply, some raisins, some sliced apples, and whatever herbs that you prefer. And that's it. Finished.
Yeah.
It turns out beautiful.
That might be more of an intermediate because it involves some cooking.
Yeah, yes.
But yes, it is simple.
You mentioned mushrooms and guacamole. Guacamole takes more time.
No, guacamole, I meant for the beginners just to buy guacamole.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but making it, yes, is definitely
even this
intermediate level.
2-3 minutes. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And even more challenging is finding a good avocado, but that's a story for another day.
I think we should stop here, I feel, because I think time...
It's a good stopping point.
It's a good stopping point. Next one will be a good starting point.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Okay, party on.
All right.
Sorry. We really hope you enjoyed our conversation. Can you think about one thing or an idea that you can start to introduce into your own life that will help make your life healthier and less stressful?
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you can take a few seconds to share the podcast with your friends and family. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful week.
And always remember, your health is literally in your own hands. Making lifestyle changes is not an easy task, but we promise you will be aptly rewarded with a long, healthy, and disease-free life.